Have you ever wondered why your resume isn't grabbing the attention it deserves? The problem might actually be as simple as the format that you're using. And today we're going to dive into a double column versus a single column resume debate. And trust me, the difference might just surprise you. Top of the morning, everyone. My name is Tshidi and I'm back with a brand new video. Today we're going to unravel the mystery behind resume format, specifically why a single column resume is often better than a double column resume. Understanding the layout. What is a double column resume? These resumes split content into two sections, often placing the content information, skills, and other quick highlights on the one side, which is normally on the left-hand side of the resume, and the experience and education, as well as any other details on the right-hand side. Single column basically has everything stacked up, so into one column, so from top to bottom. Why double column resume? Why is it that these are very, very popular to a lot of people? A double column layout can look a bit modern, it's visually appealing, it allows for creative use of space, and can make a resume stand out in a pile. You're also able to highlight some of your skills. It can effectively highlight your key skills that you actually want people to actually see, any other key information in a compact and easy to read format. So that's why it's also one of the popular. It sounds fantastic, right? But here's where things fall apart. Now, the downside to a double column resume, there's a few of them that we currently have. The first one that we normally speak about is ATS compatibility issues. Now, most companies use what we call an ATS. I did a video last week about an ATS, which is an applicant tracking system, to try and screen resumes before a human or before somebody actually even gets a chance to see them. Unfortunately, many ATS softwares struggle with double column resumes. This can result in some of the resumes being misread or sections being completely skipped over, reducing your chances of moving forward in the hiring process. What happens is that the ATS needs to read the content that's there and try and align it into a specific format that's easier for everybody else to read, which is now in a chronological order. In that, what sometimes happens is that you lose out on some of the content. Sometimes the ATS then skips out some of the content, and some of the information that's really critical for you to actually stand out then ends up being missing. Second thing is readability concerns. While a double column resume might actually look very nice and sleek, they're actually sometimes harder to read, especially for recruiters who are quickly scanning through the dozens of resumes. The information might not flow naturally, leading to important details being overlooked, because sometimes they might focus too much on the skills and not read too much about what you've already done, or sometimes they read too much about what you've done and forget about looking at your skills. Print issues. If a recruiter decides to actually print a resume, this is 2024, and I don't know why a recruiter will be printing a resume at this stage, but if a recruiter decides to actually print out a resume, double column layouts can sometimes result in awkward page breaks or misalignment sections, or making your resume harder to actually understand on paper. So that's one of the things that sometimes happens. And then uneven emphasis. Now, double column resumes can also create an imbalance in how information is presented, potentially overemphasizing less important sections like skills or contact information while underplaying your experience and accomplishments. That's one of the reasons why double column resumes are not always the best things to actually look at. Why single column resumes are recommended? Single column resumes are typically more ATS friendly because they follow straightforward format that's easier for the software to parse, chronological order. Clear information flow, where the linear structure of a single column resume ensures that the information is presented in a much more logical format, making it easier for recruiters to go through it, and you can decide what information you actually want to highlight. The next thing is consistency. A single column layout ensures consistent formatting, whether digitally or in print, reducing the misalignment or any awkward breaks. What's also beautiful about a single column is that it's also easier for you to check out the font, to understand if the font is the correct font, and make sure that you do a simple audit of your resume. The next question that people then ask is, okay, you're saying double columns are not great for ATSs, but is there a time when a double column resume is actually very good for us, where they might work? The creative industries are normally the best place to actually apply a double column resume. So if you're applying for a job in the creative field, whether you're a visual artist or you're looking at aspects where you're looking at marketing, or a very well executed double column resume, can showcase some of your skills, because that's what the recruiters might be looking for specifically. However, even in these cases, it's also wise to have an ATS-friendly version. But for most people, especially in more traditional fields, a single column resume is actually a safer bet than anything else. So if you're ever wondering why we haven't heard back from the dream job, or it might be time to rethink your resume format, the single column resume isn't just about playing it safe. It's about making sure that your qualifications, making sure that your experience, grabs the attention that you want people to actually grab, and from both the software as well as the people that are reading that. If you found these tips very helpful, Don't forget to like, please don't forget to subscribe, and make sure that you share the content with everybody else. Until the next video, peace.